everything's going well. Oh shit. Only 5 seconds? What? No. Something's going wrong here. Something's wrong here. I've been streaming for 3 minutes. What do you mean? What do you mean 5 seconds? What do you mean 25 seconds? Yeah, no, it just started. No, I was on time though. I played the negative XP song and it was great because it was fun. Okay, and I needed something to play while I went to the restroom. So that's done. All right. I'll just ping everyone in Discord. Let's say like at here. There we go. Like, yeah, just ping to annoy people. Anyways, I'm probably going to be going to the void as usual. So, I found this channel. It was a beautiful, beautiful channel that I found. I didn't find it, someone else did. And the context for it was interesting. And so I said, okay, well, let's see. I'm gonna hide the chat replay. Let's see what's going on here. Because this person was accused of doing some rude things. And he responded to it by saying he's changed and he's going to change his ways. It's like, I'm debating, should I just show what I'm talking about? I should. I definitely should.
Video.
Oh no, you heard him. He got spoiled. I see. Here we go. This was the context that I found this individual in.
There are degrees to which this is. But again, you'd grasp this point if you were actually like stopping and listening.
You had your chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where is
suddenly it feels a little bit uncomfortable when he.
Like, you are providing so little commentary and allowing the video to play for so long.
The clip, it's just the visual.
He's
Like,
talking
it's insane. Like,
He writes with insane capitalized.
I don't know what happened. That's barely scribed.
God damn it. Where is this?
Oh wow, it's over.
There we go.
Angry at Jay saying he's leaving.
It's so funny because he has it. All he said is, "This is out of context."
Wait.
Oh, you're retarded. You're retarded. God. Oh my god.
Oh.
That's it.
I'm so angry.
I thought I pulled it in there.
I got so much to say, but I won't. It's like he's that guy from Destiny who wants to tell you the lore, but he won't.
Genuinely look me in
No,
the
it's
eye.
Tell
the
us the
Destiny
lore.
guy said, so many things have happened that are amazing. I'll tell you maybe later, but not now. What the fuck?
Ty, please tell us your lore.
And
DC
tell
talk
me that that's
knows.
definitely not something Zack Snyder would probably say. Before I go, I'd just like to say a big
Before
thank
I
you to
go,
all my
I'm a
patrons.
fucking
And I
retard.
would like to let you
Oh,
know
who's
like,
Retard.
He's so retarded. I'm a retard.
I think his mind started off with saying retarded, but then he
But then
changed
he
his
said,
mind
"I'm,
halfway through
yeah."
the word.
I'm
I'm a
He said,
retard.
So that's the context for which I found this person. I was just listening to this and I heard his voice. I heard him saying these things, and then I heard them talking about these comments. So I was curious. I was just fascinated. I was interested. My curiosity had been piqued. And I know that Mahler hangs out with a guy named Nerdrotic, and I believe Nerdrotic's been on a few EFAPs before. So I was like, okay, well, he has this video that was uploaded yesterday about Nerdrotic. What does he have to say about Nerdrotic? And it's beautiful. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. This man is a treasure. Ty from Pop Culture Corner, it is just a national treasure that needs to be protected because I don't know what we'll do without him. I don't know what we'll do if he ever leaves. Okay, I need this man to stay around. He has this video. It's called Combating Hate. He's got a whole series of it now. Hate. It's like if you go to his channel, he has like another one where it's like hate channels, and maybe we'll look at that one too, because I have to see what he has to say about hate channels. I'm gonna have that one pulled up for later. Just because I need it. I need it. Oh my god. This is gonna be so much fun. Because I watched like 5 minutes of this video before I realized, oh god, I have to watch Nerdrotic's video and actually get the context before I continue on. This is gonna be so much fun. I don't know where to begin with all the things going on here. So it's the 2 minutes. Just a slight error. Probably had something playing.
I decided to go a different way. Hate.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh man, he's got a really fancy infographic. Very fancy. I like it. Oh no. Like, really, I think he'd do better to just say, like his channel name should be about Ty, and then the Pop Culture Corner should be a show on his channel. Because I think he'd do really well to do something like that. I that's just my thought. Okay, it's kind of like how I call myself Ethereal. Okay, and I do a lot of different things, and I like this is my live streaming channel for my not so serious stuff. I'm not saying that I don't take this person seriously. I'm saying that things that I don't really want to be like super heavy topics probably won't come up unless I'm just like focused on them, hyper focused on them, because I know I mentioned like I know in every episode of the Chaos Child playthrough that I have up right now, I already like mentioned Kyle Rittenhouse in each and every one of them. And it's just because at the time I was just constantly watching the Ricada Law streams of the Rittenhouse trial. And you could just see it in my sidebar. They're saying, oh, well, hey, you'll watch the Kim Potter trial, won't you? Because you watched all the other ones. I missed day 8 entirely. Oh no, I do have to watch that. That trial is not as interesting though. So I don't know. I've mostly just skipped through it. I've gotten highlights from it. I like this whole thing that we have now though, where it's like, hey, let's have cameras in every courtroom. I like the idea. Anyways, I'm gonna stop getting sidetracked because that's my standard. That's why my streams last so long. It's because I keep getting sidetracked with random things. So here's
right,
Nerdrotic
everybody, welcome back to the Pop Culture Corner.
and Pop Culture
Today,
Corner.
we're going to be looking at Nerdrotic on our episode of Combating Hate. I know for a fact in this video specifically, he's talking about how Hawkeye is a flop, and we kind of looked at this last night on Jarbo's channel and where they're getting their information from. Originally, I was gonna react to like Friday Night Tights. That way, I could get my bang for my buck and be able to do 9 at once. But I decided to go a different way because I think this is going to be a little bit better for today, at least. I'm still going to do Friday Night Tights but I'm going to try to do them each individually, and then we'll look at Friday Night Tights and how it goes when they all get together. We know that they create their own echo chambers. We know that they use each other as sources. We know these things. We know it hands down. It's pretty much it's not avoidable. All you
Oh no, like I remember Matt Jarbo. I remember him. I haven't watched a video from him. And holy shit, how long has it been? I remember Mundane Matt. Oh no. And this guy has had him on his channel like several times. Like when I type in Matt Jarbo pop culture, the first three results are this channel. And then I get rags. That's lovely. Oh no, poor Matt. It's like I miss him so much. What was his most recent video? I feel so rude because he's talking about all these people he's gonna talk about, but I'm coming in here with very little context because I've heard of the Friday night show that he's talking about. I've heard of Nerdrotic, but I've only heard of it. I haven't actually watched it. And so that's part of why I wanted to do a stream, because I don't really watch Nerdrotic's content. I'm not subscribed to Nerdrotic. Like, let me pull that up. I have his channel pulled up right now because I watched the video before work and I was like, okay, I have to actually know what he's going to say, because Ty is going hard, and let me tell you, I didn't get very far into this video before I streamed. Okay, like before I left for work today, I got a little bit into this video and I just said to myself, oof, we're gonna need to take a breather. I'm very excited. Like, I'm nervous too because I don't know how hard Ty is gonna go. He might go a little too hard. I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. But now I'm on this tangent. I have to have my curiosity satisfied. Mundane Matt has just become Matt Jarbo. He only has one video. Oh no. Oh no, that's sad. Oh no. Where's the rest of his content? Matt Jarbo only has one video on his channel. Why? Why did you delete all of it? Listen, I understand if you like got told by YouTube like, oh hey, we think this might be problematic. I understand that. But you probably didn't, because you're very mundane. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not being rude. Okay, I'm just poking fun at his old name. Okay, be cool about it.
you have to do is follow the money trail, and you can see. So basically, to preface what is going on here is he's saying Hawkeye is a flop. Now, that the reason they're targeting Hawkeye is not because of the quality of the show, not because they think it's not good television. It's because of certain scenes where they think they went woke, right?
Is that it? Is that it? That's the question. It's like, I haven't watched Hawkeye, but I have listened to this video that he's going to comment over. And what I got from this video was Hawkeye's an okay show. It's just not great. And there's one major aspect of it that I really don't like. And I don't like this one episode. I think it should be removed entirely. Oh no. I didn't ping you. I pinged only people that were awake. Oh, this guy is a gem, Martin. This guy is from EFAP episode 161. He is beautiful. Okay, he's a gem. He's a treasure. And we're gonna listen to him because it's amazing. So buckle your seatbelts. What are you talking about? Look at this guy. He's got 1.78 thousand subscribers. Okay, he's doing way better than me. What do I have? I have 14 subscribers. Well, you're new, so now I have 15.
Right? So there's a scene where, spoilers, by the way. There's a scene where one of the LARPers is a cop, and she's talking about how her wife gave her a bag, embroidered bombshell on it, which is actually
This doesn't get mentioned in the video, by the way. Yeah. That's fine. I understand. I don't blame you.
a nod to the comic book.
But yeah, fake name is fine. It's perfectly understandable. But yeah, this guy is just going on. He's made stuff up because what he's talking about, it's not even in the video that I recall. Now, granted, it's been like 8 hours since I watched this video, so I could have forgotten it. But I didn't hear a complaint from Nerdrotic about Bombshell.
Character that she is, she's a villain known as Bombshell, and it was just a nod to that. And yeah, she's gay. Who cares? Why is that why is that something we're wasting our time with?
And we'll get into the whole gay thing because it's not even accurate.
Why? I don't understand that. It was a subtle pass. But no, they take it out of context, they blow it out of proportion, and now they want to spin their narratives to match that, and they're saying Hawkeye is a flop.
Oh, it's Shoosh. Okay. I was trying to figure out which one you were. Because I only pinged one Discord. I was like, who is this? Yeah, so... So yeah, you'll be somewhat familiar with this guy. Well... Oh yeah, I have his. And then I have Hololive. I have Red Letter Media, JXC, and then more EFAP. And that's what I was halfway tempted to just ping you specifically because I thought you might recognize them from one of the more recent episodes of this. And I had it pulled up, and you could probably just go back and DVR it to see the context for me being curious about him. You are the good one.
But they're comparing Hawkeye to a stat that put Hawkeye against Loki season premiere. Loki's arguably the biggest show of 2021, right? Of course, Hawkeye wasn't going to do as well as that. It's like Loki was a cultural phenomenon. Hawkeye, of course, I mean,
He doesn't have
be like too much lower.
He doesn't have the sources linked in his video. God, Nerdrotic is garbage. How dare he? He really fucked this up.
And I'm still not convinced that it is, but I don't think Hawkeye was ever going to be as big as Loki was. But it's not a flop by any means. So let's take.
Is it not a flop? I don't know. It might be. If it didn't perform as well as expected, you could call that a flop. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It was like a very short thing because it's the one where they talked about Eternals. They had so many different things they talked about in that episode. And this guy was one of them because he made a response to JXE basically saying, I don't like Zack Snyder's Batman because he kills people unnecessarily. And that's like the last thing that Batman should ever do is the unnecessary killing. I'm not saying that Batman would never kill. It's just a little excessive for someone that lost their family senselessly. Oh yeah, I haven't watched it. I know it exists. But it's a Disney Plus thing is the thing. It's like you have to have Disney Plus to watch it, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to watch it. And Eternals, I'm not interested. I'm interested in Dune. That's about it.
Take a look at what Nerdrotic. Now, again, prefacing this, what he's saying is false. All you have to do is click a couple times and figure that out. Now, let's go from there and hear his terrible takes as a result.
That I'm going to review the first 3 episodes of Hawkeye after watching season 1 of Daredevil because that is the best of the best, but I'm going to do it anyway. So if you were looking for that hard, gritty, violent Clint Barton Hawkeye series, which his character really does deserve because he's one of the most underdeveloped characters in the MCU, well, this isn't it because it's the Kate Bishop show. Come on.
And I don't understand why
Hawkeye
that's
is the
an
5th
issue.
and final Marvel series to
Like, I can explain the issue immediately. The entire issue is that to buy this movie. Why? That's ridiculous. It's like, why would I buy the movie if I'm going to keep Disney Plus forever? Like, I guess that's the thing you would do if you were going to cancel your subscription. Is you would actually buy the film. Thanks for the like, whoever left it. That's very kind of you. Anyways, the whole thing is like, what was he saying? Oh yeah. So Kate Bishop is another version of Hawkeye, but it's not the same Hawkeye that we had from the MCU. And that's the problem that Nerdrotic has with this, is they've done a bait and switch. Or as Mike Stacklasa would say, a Kate and switch. I'm blaming Red Letter Media for that one, because I might blame Rags for that one. I'm going to blame someone other than myself, because I don't make puns. Puns are the lowest form of humor, and I make them all the time.
Air on Disney Plus this year. And if you count Sony films, we've already gotten 4 Marvel movies this year with 1 to go. That's a lot of Marvel. And while there are people who, of course, are going to love this series because at least they try to have fun in this, it still suffers from what is Marvel's biggest problem this year. Is it Marvel fatigue? No. Is it superhero fatigue? No. It's bad storytelling fatigue. And maybe that has something to do with Disney stock slumps after streaming growth falls. Disney shares sank as much as 9% Thursday after media conglomerate posted earnings that missed Wall Street expectations and revealed a significant slowdown in its flagship Disney Plus streaming service. Now, to be fair to Disney, they never said they were going to give us something hard and gritty. We always knew we were going to get a PG Hawkeye that was.
So Ty is over here. He's already saying "get woke, go broke." He already knows that's the argument that's going to come out of Nerdrotic. But Nerdrotic's not saying "get woke, go broke." He's saying, "Hey, if you don't give us good stories, if you don't give us something fun." Oh my god, I know. I mentioned it earlier. Now, to be fair, Sush, it's pop culture corner. I know. I know. Like, if you go to episode 161 and where he's in 161, it is absolutely hilarious because he's just talking over JXE the entire time, just screaming, "What? What?" It's hilarious. He's a treasure, okay? And by the way, you came in just a little late to see this, but I had a whole sidetrack tangent where I was looking at Matt Jarbo's channel because this guy talks to Mundane Matt on the regular. It's baffling. He talks to the Boulder King. And it got me distracted. They talk about Gamergay. It's like, so I don't know what to say. It's like I hadn't heard Matt Jarbo's name in years. Oh yeah, like I've heard a lot of good things about the Sonic movie. I actually need to watch it. And I saw a lot of people are really excited for the sequel. Let me see if I can do. There's something in the trailer that everyone was pointing out. It'll just be faster to go to the trailer, I think. Which terrible channel do I go to? I'm gonna go to Paramount Pictures because they are actually the owners of it. And I'm just gonna scrub through it. Here it is. Here it is. Everyone saw this, and they freaked out because this is very obviously a reference to South Park.
Of adventure.
It's like Tails. It's obviously like Kyle and Stan or whatever, which is hilarious. Back to this. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be accurate to Sonic lore. I think Sonic lore is kind of fucked up because they're dealing with that whole like copyright issue. I know, it's amazing. Of course, Tails is like the best character.
Supposed to be the Die Hard of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the only thing it has in common with Die Hard is Christmas. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with Jeremy Renner's performance or Haley Seinfeld's, who gives a good effort at making the character Kate Bishop not
Like, I'm gonna let this play while I go grab some water because I saw this part. And I'm gonna tell you, by the time I come back with my water. Oh yeah, Sonic has like a copyright issue where they had like the race of echidnas, and there are a lot of them. No, it was like, well, it is related to the comics, but it's like, a lot of the comics got like given to another the guy that drew them. It's a very weird issue. But what happened was this guy claimed he owned like all the echidnas. Oh, if he complains he's wrong, I'm gonna go get some water and I'll just let you simmer with that.
Jeremy Renner's performance or Haley Seinfeld's,
Oh,
who gives a good effort at making the character Kate Bishop not
okay. I'm very unclear on if that was a joke or not, because that's not her name. That's not her name. It's Steinfeld, not Seinfeld. So I every fiber in my body wants to believe that he was just joking there. But knowing who this idiot is, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't call him a name. I'm sorry. Knowing who this guy is tells me that he doesn't actually know that her name isn't Seinfeld. It's Steinfeld.
See, he's complaining because it's Steinfeld, not Seinfeld. Did you get the Echidna NFTs? I don't know if that was a joke or not. It's great. I love it. See, Pop Culture Corner. Ty of Pop Culture Corner 2020 is a treasure. He's a gem. That's why I wanted to talk about him. But he's left me from the movie maker. That's great.
not as insufferable as she is in the comic books. I really can't blame the character. What's truly insufferable is modern writing in modern Marvel comic books. How insufferable is it? I am literally intrigued and in awe of both of them. If this is what it's like to date other women, then I applaud all women dating other women right now, because this is incredible. Motorcycle courtship, chase, check. Missiles and explosions, yup. And now we're just flying together in the sky to a giant heart. I swear, if they come back married, I'm going to be so jealous. And never mind.
Now, let me just say, it's like, no, yeah, it's like that. It's like, okay, it's like that with him trying to figure out the joke. But now that we've listened to Nerdrotic read the ladies gushing over her lesbian friends, I'll tell you what I understand from this, what I took from it. If I go here, I looked at it recently, so it'll be in my history. And I can just drag us here. Have you ever watched Kill la Kill? Okay, it's that moment in the comic book is literally this. It's every moment that Mako does something like that. Every time Mako does something like that, that is what Nerdrotic was complaining about. Because
Giant heart.
That's what it is.
If they come back married, I'm going to be so jealous. And never mind, we have comics written now where it's totally okay.
What the fuck was that? Why is this guy so insufferable? Why? Why is he so insufferable? I can't tell if it's his trucker hipster look.
I like how Ty is gonna call someone insufferable.
or his penis-looking microphone that gives it all away. I mean,
that was the thing. That's why I prepared this. Because he mentions that the microphone looks like a penis. So I had to pull up Death Grips. Because, like, every Death Grips live show, you know how MC Riot's gonna be. Look at that. Look at that penis looking microphone.
if you all you do is tackle like you can't stand people being gay in any form of media, usually that means that you're kind of yourself. I mean,
reminder, this is called combating hate. This is where I got to on my break at work today. I got here and I was like, oh my god, this stream is going to be amazing. Because this guy's insane. He has no idea what he's saying. That's very bigoted language, my progressive friend. I would not want to be caught saying these things.
I mean, I don't know, man. Look, that microphone looks really penis-like to me. I just don't get it. That
the word is phallic, by the way. Get it right, pleb. It's like, you know, you say phallic instead of using the word penis because it's less awkward for people around you. And you can get away with saying it around younger audiences because they'll go over their head. Don't take that out of context. I'm pretty sure I would love it if we are I don't know. World War II happened like a year ago. You know? It was January 6th, 2021. That was when World War II happened, so that's how far removed we are from it. No, I love everything about like the past year. Just politically, it's like I've watched so many people on both sides just be doom pilled about everything. And I'm just like, do you not realize like how stupid you're being? Because you have all these people that are like, I can't believe that these people were arrested for storming the White House on January 6th. It's like, yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe this Ashley Babbitt woman was shot and killed on January 6th after crossing a police line and trying to get into the Senate chambers. I'm shocked, I tell you. And then at the same time, you have all these people that are like, oh my god, I can't believe a 17-year-old kid got away with murder when he ran away from people. It's like, everyone is so doom-pilled about everything, and it's hilarious. And this guy's over here, he's doom-pilling himself. Like, his whole thing is he's, like, psyched himself up to be mad at it's like, hang on, I'm gonna screen cap that. There we go. I'll paste it into Discord so I can open it as an image. just so it can be on the TV screen. I just want you to imagine me, the Sush God, making a YouTube channel called Media Critic, and my show is called Combating Fat Phobia, and it's just 24 minutes of me calling the quartering a fat blob. Now, excuse me, Sush, but you have made a mistake, okay? You shouldn't be doing that to the quartering, okay? You would be doing it to Movie Blob. I mean, Blob Chipman. I mean,
I don't know. I'm not, you know.
To kill innocent
I wish this was just a little bit better times to live in. I wish I could be in the times of old where you could say the words that you want to say, because I know what this guy wants to say, and I wish I could say it, but I know how YouTube is, and I know how this kind of person works. The second I say that word, they'll say, "Oh my God, this guy said the F slur," and I'll be in trouble. Anyways, let me tell you about this car seat headrest song that I really like. It's from their third album. Called 3. I'll just open it in a new tab. Let's just listen to it together, okay? There we go. That's subtle. I'm excited. I need to play your game. I need to make music for your game. I don't even know what your game's about, though. All right. By the way, according to this, my stream has gone longer than my stream is already as long as this man's video. This is going well.
store clerks and blue-collar workers in the name of the environment. The Hawkeye series is loosely based on Matt Fraction's run back in 2012 that I sold in my shop. It was very well received. It sold pretty decently, and I thought it was a bit overhyped, but okay. Who's Matt Fraction? Well, he's Mr. Kelly Sudaconic.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
Fashion File.
Oh,
Buy and sell
mid-ad.
It's like, he doesn't even like know how to download YouTube videos. Listen, I'll probably be here a while. Okay, I got this 46-minute video, and then I have this one that I'll probably just continue on with, because I want to hear what he's gonna say about hate channels, because it's beautiful. That if this is how he's reacting to Nerdrotic, I don't know what to say. But I like how, like, it said an ad was coming. It's not a surprise. That's just funny to me.
Ads,
ultra
dude,
luxury
really?
handbags, watches, accessories, and jewelry.
Listen, ads are automatic a lot of the time, and who knows? Nerdrotic might just be like a fucking boomer. Let's see. Well, the politics of that is obvious. Okay, I'm just looking at what it is, and the politics is obvious. The politics of your I'll seriously try in another world is that you have to put effort into the things you do, and you have to like actually have goals and dreams and wants and desires. And the political systems around you obviously crushed them. There's nothing that you can do. It's always the system's fault. You can't outplay the system.
I'm fine. I just
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Problem solved.
threw up in my mouth a little bit.
I would say so far in the first 2 episodes, Hawkeye is a loose adaptation of the Fraction Run mixed in with the MCU, with a lot of MCU sprinkled in.
Oh
The
my
episodes
God.
I don't know. I'm not opposed to the phrase MCU. And it's not a she. It's not a she. You've misgendered Ty.
That's another thing that they do that drives me insane. They like to say that's this little thing like MCU. It's really not bad to have female characters that are strong and developed in a cinematic universe, especially one is
Listen, the last strong and developed female character I remember was Rey. Rey Skywalker from Star Wars. And I remember watching all 3 of those movies in theaters because like I feel like I was in the same mindset as people that watched them when it was the prequels. They went out and they said, "Oh my God, here I go. I've got to watch this, and I'm not sure how it's gonna be." And they watched the first one. They're like, "Okay, well, let's see what they do with the second one." And they watched the second one. They're like, "Oh God, this is horrible." But I have to see the third one. I've got to see it through. And oh my God, like the problem with the entire thing. Oh no, they did. See, I stopped watching Marvel movies after Ragnarok. And it wasn't because the movies were bad. It was just because I'd lost interest in like the entire superhero genre. I guess I was also around the time of Force Awakens, so I guess I was just jaded with movies anyways. Like the last movie I watched in a theater was Joker. And Joker was amazing. I had so much fun with that movie. Because it was just one of these things where it was just I liked the way they did it. I liked it being the slow drama of it. And I thought they were going to go in some crazy direction where I genuinely thought that there was a chance that Joker was actually going to kill himself by the end of the movie. I thought that was going to be his big joke at the end of the film. I was like, oh, this guy's going to go on TV and off himself. He's really going to do it. That's what he's going to do. He's really going to do it. And I was genuinely thinking that was going to happen. I'm not going to lie. Maybe that's naive of me. But that's what I thought. And my favorite part of Joker is after... What was it? It's after that scene when they like zoom out on it, because I really like the film Network. And I have so many reviews that I'm scripting out right now. I have the first one on my other channel, and I'll just go ahead. Me go to this. I'll link it so you can click on it. This is going to be my channel because I listened to Short Fat Otaku talk about it. And I thought, hey, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea. I need to have a channel where my well-produced videos go out, so that way they don't get buried under all the live streams I'm doing. Because I stream all the time. I never stick with one thing, but I do stream all the time. And my whole goal is just, hey, I'm going to have these playlists of things that I've played, and here you go. Anyways, I got to try and get through this.
Is as diverse as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? If what you're doing as a studio isn't including as many people as you can and as many types of people as you can, that's a bad business model. It's a bad business model. That's it, right? If you don't include women, you're not doing it right. And there are so many strong and independent, powerful women in the comic books that it would literally be stupid of you as a studio to not include them. So like all these idiots like Doomcock, Geeks and Gamers,
I haven't watched the Batwoman trailer, but I'm just listening to this guy, and I just feel like... Okay. All right. Anyways, this is the channel that I'm putting all my scripted stuff on. That's where I got the link from. That is a picture of my shadow in the corner. Which one should I do? Oh, it's a Gundam has one. It'll be 2021. It has to be this one from like 2 months ago. I'll do it from DC's channel itself.
By the order of the mayor's office and
God damn it. God damn it. I have to mute this. I probably have to mute this. The one at the top. For the CW.
Crows represent order, security, safety.
Batman gave up on us. The bat's not coming back.
Something's up. Eyes everywhere.
Oh no.
Hello, said
It was Harley Quinn.
The crows will protect us.
Agent Moore, do you copy? Do you copy?
Sophie's missing. I thought you should know.
Hey, Dad.
We're gonna find her.
Then let me help.
Bad idea.
Bad idea.
Did you get this? What happened to staying out of it?
Is there something you'd like to report to your squad?
We ran in with that.
What the hell? Oh no. This is awful. Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh. But yeah, it's like, hey, there's copyrighted audio and video in my stream. Okay, YouTube, screw off. I'm commenting over it. This is fair use. I've spent a million years talking about this because I was talking about the Totally Not Mark thing. And yeah, if that goes through and I have to say, hey, screw off, this is fair use, then I will.
Proper backup.
But I have noted, I do know that they got kicked out of the military for being lesbian. It's like, what world are you in? That's not happening in reality.
I do not want her getting in the way.
My voice will be trembling at the end. Oh no.
And
It's like, this is just Harley Quinn. It's like, but allegedly it's Alice.
curious, sir. What do you want? I need you to send your father a message.
You're all I have left, Kate. And I don't want to lose you too.
Wayne Security. You owe my boss a new door.
Your boss is my cousin.
You don't want to go near that. You were seriously not supposed to know what's down there.
So I have this thing with rolls.
Oh my god.
I need you to fix his suit.
Fix this.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman.
Oh, here she comes. Oh no. I'm a woman. No. Oh God, no.
You're a female Bruce Wayne.
Awesome. Hilarious. Handsome.
No. Oh, that's horrible. Oh no. That's not good. The hero we need is here. Oh no. It's here that it changes to her.
They think I'm him. I'm not about to let a man take credit for a woman's work.
Oh no, that's horrible. Dare to defy. Oh, that's a great idea. Get rid of your stealth and dye everything like bright colors. That makes sense. That's great. That's lovely. Lovely. Beautiful. Stunning and brave. That's exactly what people don't like. It's like, man, if only there was like intelligent ideas coming from people. This is the problem. People don't like it because it's stupid. They can like just see the issues with it immediately. They're like, why not have it be an all black suit? Give me a good reason for it to not be an all black suit. She didn't just steal Batman's suit. She painted it. Oh, don't even comment on the fact that she doesn't pay the black butler. It's like, she has to pay him? Listen. Yeah, Batman is, well, it's probably the estate, because the way that would work is it's just, oh, hey, you're in charge of running the place. Essentially, if you're a butler like Alfred, shut up, YouTube. Don't block my stream for bullshit reason. You're going to be a butler, and you're going to be like a house servant, and you're going to basically be a manager for the entire house. And I just assume it's like, oh, well, he's not here to say no, but we're getting paid by the estate, and the estate is still making money, so who cares, I guess. Back to this.
Trucker nerdrotic, trucker style hipster nerdrotic.
Oh my god, it's like, this is literally just the most ad hominem thing. It's like, oh, Nerdrotic wears a hat. What a weirdo. He has glasses. What a hipster. And a beard. Wow. How obnoxious is he?
Penis microphone Nerdrotic.
By the way, his microphone looks like a penis. It's very phallic. Where's that song? You know, I wanted to say something about a thing, but you know, we just gotta listen to. Oh, hey, wait. There we go. We'll just have this sound play. Because someone's dead. And then I'll just have this one on standby in case we need to reference the no word. I'm just referencing good art. So I like Car Seat Headrest.
All the guys that like can't stand it, that, oh my God, there can't be any gayness in my comic books or comic book movies. Like, who's the real problem? Who's the real problem? Is it the books and the movies, or is it you? I'm thinking it's you.
Starts out in two.
Oh, hey, you know what? Just as like a thing. Real name. Oh no, that's not good. Oh wow, I can clip that out. Look. Sush knows my real name. Several people know my real name though, so it's fine. Yeah. So, as I was saying, Sush, if you want, I'll just make sure this is pinged to you. If you want to take any of these songs, download them, and use them for anything, go right ahead. I have no problems with that. Use them however you wish. They're not all great, but like, let me see my favorite one. Look at my cat, by the way. Isn't that just? He's a heckin' chonker. He's like 20 pounds, maybe heavier now. I forgot what I was using as like my dump for everything, but that was when I had all the Yoshis. See, I forgot what I called some of these songs. Where is it? It's somewhere. Is it in this one? Yeah, it's this one. I like this one. This is my favorite one. It's the one I'm most proud of. It's just very chill, and I'll play it at the end. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, I had that man, I'm the wrong person to ask on that one, because I'm just... I think Portal does that. Portal 2 definitely does that.
2012, we get a little family moment with young Kate Bishop. We see her dad and her mom having an argument because her dad is obviously a loser and has some bad business dealing, and they might have to sell the penthouse they're in. Parents figure out Kate's eavesdropping. Dad goes upstairs, gives some fatherly advice, and then goes downstairs and dies because we can't have any good dads in Marvel, which I suppose is an improvement on the dad from the comics who has criminal dealings that lead to Kate Bishop getting kidnapped. He dies because this is the day of the Battle of New York City now, before Kate gets taken away by her mom, she sees Hawkeye in action, giving Kate a bit of a hero complex, and at her dad's funeral, she asks for a bow and arrow. Then we head into the credits, and this is how I know it's the Kate Bishop show guest starring Hawkeye, because the opening credits are a montage of her origin.
Dude, no one ever was hiding the fact that this show was going to be and heavily revolve around the transition from Clint Barton's Hawkeye to Kate Bishop's.
See, I have no frame of reference for that. So, yeah. I don't know. It feels like it would definitely depend on the mood of like what you're trying to do. It is called Hawkeye, and Kate Bishop is Hawkeye. The problem is, I think what Nerdrotic wants more is, hey, I wanted more of this guy that I've been following from the movies first. You know, I wanted to get to know him a little bit better. I don't want him to just be a sidekick immediately.
This show was always being told the way that it was a passing of the mantle kind of thing. It drives me insane that people like this, they just don't, they basically warp everything to spin it so that it aligns with their narratives and that whatever picture they're painting that day. It's so cringe. It's so bad. Marvel
I know, this is so cringe. Thank you for mentioning.
said this a while back that Kate Bishop was going to be predominant in this series. It was always going to be a Kate Bishop show.
You know, my favorite thing that they made was the Hera show. I liked how everyone just kind of pointed out, it was like, wow, that doesn't really. I remember looking at the She-Ra cartoon when it came out, and I was like, wow, this really is like very flat animation. Like I've had cheap manga that has more life in it in like a still image with no background.
And it had Hawkeye as the mentor figure. So why are we tackling that? Why is we targeting that now to paint your anti-SJW mindset? It makes me so.
He hasn't even mentioned SJWs. Yeah, that's what he is. It's like, if you watch the EFAP where he was on, he's literally just like mad at JXE because JXE doesn't like the way Batman was done in Zack Snyder's Batman.
So angry.
To present day, and we're still on Kate Bishop because this is the Kate Bishop show. She's in college, she climbs a wall, she knocks down a bell in a bell tower, gets in a little trouble, says she's sorry to mom, and then goes to a charity auction. At this point, my normie friend, you're probably wondering, why is Kate Bishop called Hawkeye and Clint Barton called Hawkeye? Why can't they give Kate Bishop a different name like they did with Roy Harper in the Green Arrow, calling him Speedy, and then Red Arrow, and then eventually Arsenal? Short answer, they were lazy. Then we finally get to Hawkeye, Clint Barton's Hawkeye. He's with his family at Rogers the Musical, and we need to stop right there. It's not Captain Rogers.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about this. They are probably this guy's probably going to go so hard on that musical. I can't wait.
Oh, just wait. This is going to be great. He doesn't go hard on the musical. It's he's setting himself up for disappointment. I'm going to tell you that much.
Again, I haven't watched this video yet, so this is like a first time reaction for me. But I can't wait to see what he says about the musical. Was it too flamboyant for you, Gary? Was it too
let me just go back to what I was gonna say. Let me pull this back up. There we go.
Was it too homophobic? Like, or no, was it not homophobic enough for you? Like, I'm super sorry, Gary from Nerdrotic.
It's Steve Rogers, Captain America.
Oh my god, you won't believe it, Sush. But Nerdrotic, he goes hard on this, by the way. Like, he does go hard on it. Just in a way you won't believe. All right, wrong one. It's this one. Yes.
There have been plenty of attempts to get new Captain Americas in Marvel Comics, even recently with Sam Wilson, and it's never worked because Steve Rogers is Captain America, just like Clint Barton is Hawkeye and Peter Parker is Spider-Man. There's a reason Kate Bishop is known as Kate Bishop, and Miles
If it's freezing up for you, that's my bad, because I'm
musical was
screenshotting a thing.
Captain Rogers in the Eternals.
So now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are both gone, who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?
There we go.
And it's pretty clear Disney doesn't want you to refer to Steve Rogers as Captain America anymore. I wonder why is that? I digress. So Clint Barton and his family are watching Rogers the Musical. It's meant to be cheesy, but I don't know.
Dude, Captain.
So this is behind me right now. This is the scene behind me. What this is.
Ulterior.
I just wanted to point this out. This is what I have behind me. I have this whole stack of things. That can is very empty. It's not spilling anywhere. Don't worry. Fans of Tokyo Ghoul or Rhythm of War. It's not staining anything. It was very empty before I knocked it over. But I have all these books stacked for my camera. And that's my tripod. I thought that would be fascinating. It would be a fascinating thing to say. Because it's more interesting than what's going on.
Here, insignia, if that's the right word. It's just alternative. Captain Rogers. That's what they would call him. Oh my god. This guy owns a comic book store? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, Ranma.
Comic book store?
Ranma was the one I was thinking of more. Because I was like, oh.
If Disney realizes that Disney Plus Marvel series are the Rogers musical within the MCU. As with all Disney Plus series, there is a good concept buried beneath the overall Disney of everything. Back to Kate Bishop, because it's the Kate Bishop show, and we're off to a charity auction with her mom and the...
We should have done a counter of how many times he says the Kate Bishop show. We're going to start...
He says it a lot, but yeah, it's like... You saw how hard Nerdrotic went after the musical? He called Disney Plus's series the musical equivalent, the cheesy musical equivalent of... Oh, he's complaining about Nerdrotic existing, essentially.
From here.
And that's why it's amazing.
So we're at 5. How many times you guys... Let me know in the comments how many times you guys think he's going to say it's the Kate Bishop show in this 24-minute video. Let me know in the comments below. The winner, I'll give you guys I'll buy you a Christmas present. I'll get you like an Amazon gift card. Whoever guesses closest. I'm going to give you a minute to get them all in. Not that there's a lot of people, but you know what I mean. So give me your guesses, guys. How many times are you going to say it? I'm going to guess 23. 23 I think is a good number. So, all right.
Swordsman from Marvel Comics, Jack Duquesne. This is where we get to my favorite part of both episodes, the auction heist. And yes, that's sarcasm. Now, Kate Bishop, like I said, has a hero complex. She hears somebody threatening her mom, so she follows this person, Armand Duquesne, who is Jack Duquesne's uncle, down to a black market auction. I don't know if this is part of the charity auction or not, where they're selling dinosaur skulls and the Ronin sword.
Listen, making new IPs is hard. It requires originality.
And costume, which were found in the wreckage of the Avengers Mansion, making the Avengers the most irresponsible superhero team of all time. Aside from not telling any countries, governments, organizations, or any other planets that you're bringing back half of the population of the universe, you also decide to just leave all of your shit around at the wreckage of your mansion. What'd you do? Just walk away? Again, I digress. Kate Bishop is snooping around this auction. She walks past a room where she sees some guys getting ready for something, and then one of the walls just explodes. After the wall explodes, our thieves are looking for a watch. You know how I know they're looking for a watch?
We've got 90 seconds to find a watch. Everything else is secondary.
That's right. The thieves who were observed in a room getting ready together and then went ahead and put masks on decided to tell us exactly what they were looking for and exactly how much time they were looking for it. During the confusion, Jack Duquesne steals the Ronin sword and Kate Bishop puts on the Ronin costume and starts fighting bad guys. We're not only shown in the animated montage origin that Kate is amazing, we're constantly told how amazing she is. That is MCU. This brings us to the first fight scene where the very green Kate Bishop, who just put on that costume, takes on 5 or 6 armed guys who weigh about 50 to 100 pounds more than she does. There's a part where she's fighting with wine bottles, and I think this is showing off her skills. I like this, and I will also note, I wish they would have done that a lot more with Hawkeye as well. But then there's this. Wow. And this. And this.
This is bullshit.
Oh, but she's not done fighting out 300-pound Russian guys. Remember that watch they were looking for? I'm sure you haven't forgotten. Well, one of the burglars ends up finding it, but then Deus Ex Dog comes in and randomly attacks him for no particular reason, and I'm not really sure what happened to the watch after this point, and they don't bring it up again. Kate saves the dog, somebody gets it on video, and that's important later. The act of saving the one-eyed dog, who's later named Lucky the Pizza Dog, saves Kate Bishop, but not before the bad guys see her, and we know the bad guys see her because one of the bad guys takes off his mask while all his friends yell his name so the audience can get a good look at Kazi, a character from the comics.
They're so stupid.
In the meantime, Clint sees on the news that Ronin is back and saving dogs. Now, this is something that's actually compelling that I would be interested in if this was the entire series. Now, once Clint sees Ronin on the news, there's a quick flashback of Ronin in Endgame. And the news lets us know that after terrorizing the New York Underground, Ronin hasn't been seen in years. So after accidentally stumbling into an auction that is selling black black market Avengers costumes and weapons. Then it gets broken into. Then she puts on a costume and then beats off bad guys for the first time and then escapes and saves some dogs. She decides to go off to Armand's apartment where Armand is dead. Somebody comes home, so Kate has to leave. It's very important to point out that before she found Armand's body, she ran randomly comes across some monogrammed candy, which I'm sure will come into play later. This amazing decorated collegiate athlete
Oh, that was tasteful. Good job, Gary.
gets caught once again by the tracksuit mafia, who are called the tracksuit Draculas in the comics, and I prefer that name. She beats the crap out of them again, and then she locks herself in a car. The tracksuit mafia, not being the sharpest tools in the shed, completely forgot that they brought baseball bats to beat up Kate, and they didn't use them to break into the car. They also forgot that they had guns.
How long have I been muted? Anyways, I was gonna mention on the phallicness of the microphone. All microphones look phallic, and even the one that I have in front of me. And then also, I am still here. I just was muted. I forgot to mention that cat that I put on the screen for a second because I was muted. That cat is a one-eyed cat. So that's why I brought him up.
Slink comes in and saves the day, drags her into an alley, and finds out that Ronan is a girl. Hi. We are
another ad.
What? That's right. The New York media, the tracksuit mafia, and Clint all thought this was a boy, and there's some actors in Hollywood where this would probably be totally acceptable, but this is Haley Steinfeld we're talking about. And we get to the second episode where not much happens. The first two episodes are really all about taking two.
He didn't even catch on to that. He complained. He didn't realize that it was a joke. Now it is. Now it's confirmed that it was a joke because he said Steinfeld correctly.
Steps forward, then 5 steps back. This one slows to an.
No, again, not true. Not true at all. I don't understand where he's coming from. Where 2 steps forward.
Unfortunately, Sir Butler, we cannot accept your IP because it is something that's never been tried before, and we don't know how audiences will react to the one-eyed dog as a superhero. It just wouldn't have any audience. No audience would be interested in the movie about a one-eyed dog that's a superhero.
5 steps back. I don't even understand what that means. The first 2 episodes were great. They set up the story and the foundations of the story to be told. It just seems like he's miserable, and nothing is ever good enough for him. And
he doesn't sound miserable to me.
That's the thing about these guys. It just seems like nothing's ever good enough for them. There's not one single problem.
Listen, I'm just being the Hollywood executive, okay? You just gotta start an Indiegogo campaign. And, if it gets successful enough, then maybe.
Project that they're just like, wow, I actually like that. No.
By the way, I don't think you were in the server at the time that we did this. Because back when the Safe Space server was started, a lot of things were different. We actually had 2 S's in our server icon. 4 out of 10 on the miserable scale. Ty sounds more miserable than Nerdrotic, so. But back when the Safe Space server started, we had an SS logo as the server icon, and it was rainbow colors. That was funny. And then man, it was so long ago, the channels got deleted. And we had this thing that we made up because I was just doing a random name generator. And so you were there for the SS logo, for the Safe Space logo. And I don't know if Elo changed it because of you. I think he changed it more because Discord started getting like really like no. Because I think we changed it around the time Charlottesville happened. That's the deep lore of Elo's Discord server. We changed the SS logo after Charlottesville because we were like, oh, we don't want any negative associations. But at one point, I had done like a bunch of random name generations. And I think Vari might still have the title in here. Is he online? Yes. Okay. Vari has the title Muhammad Stone on his as one of the roles for him in the Safe Space server. And it's because we did random name generations for a thing. I know. That's actually true. But where is it going? So I generated a bunch of random names for Vari for whatever reason. And what that led to was me getting like a name Muhammad Stone. And we came up with this whole IP that was just the idea was Muhammad Stone, world's greatest jihadi action hero. And it's just one of these things where I'm just like, definitely including that in my universe. The books I'm working on, that I keep nuking because I start them and then I'm like, oh, I haven't touched this in forever. I forgot what I was doing with it. Time to start over. Anyways, in my little short stories that I want to write, I have all this Muhammad Stone ideas. Like Muhammad Stone will just be like a background item, and then one day I'll write an actual Muhammad Stone work. And the whole point of the IP is that it's supposed to be like, I think due to the timing of when it was created by us, it was around the time of like Trucks of Peace and stuff like that in Europe. So it's just, oh hey, we're gonna we're gonna have a laugh at all this stuff, and we're just gonna say like whatever nonsense we want, and it'll be like weird. I remember we had like a bunch of titles, and my favorite one was like Finality of Completion.
And there's always some victim game that they need to play. Like, oh my god, I can't believe they did it to us again. It's just like, dude, like you're nauseating. You're so nauseating that, to the point where it's like, do you have you smiled in the past 20 years? Like what's gonna happen if you ever have a daughter and she watches you talk about women like this?
He's not talking about women. He's talking about Kate Bishop.
I really would hate, honestly, actually, I would really love to be there when that happened. When your daughter starts asking you, Daddy, why did you make fun of women? Why did you target and harass women on the internet for years?
Targeted and harassed women. That's where we're going, everyone.
That would be a really interesting thing. Oh, man.
Absolute crawl, so I'll be brief as possible. After the opening scene where Kate takes Clint back to her apartment and Clint explains to her that the Ronin costume has a lot of history and it's dangerous, the tracksuit mafia catches up with them again. Once again, they forgot they had guns, but they do have Molotov cocktails, and they set the apartment on fire. Kate, Clint, and the dog are able to escape, but they had to leave behind the costume. And instead of, say, the tracksuit mafia getting the costume and doing something compelling, no, a firefighter ended up stealing the costume, and Clint has to go to some LARPing thing to get it back. They waste most of the episode doing this. I guess Disney's
perfect mix of creative excellence enhanced by data-driven audience insights
concluded that nerds like like cosplay and LARPing. Instead of really digging into Ronan's past and maybe showing what he did over the last 5 years, I'm guessing
Or it
those
was
Avengers
a feel-good
Endgame
scene.
flashbacks are all we're going to see. And instead, we're getting a character study of Clint Barton, who was racked with guilt over that stuff we're not going to see. I mean,
There's I used to watch some Honey Badger Radio stuff back in the day because I really liked Dr. Randomer Cam. I know, it's like he's targeting and harassing women by calling one of them Seinfeld to make a joke with the baseline. So mean. I'm sure that Miss Steinfeld would be so offended by someone
trying to unravel the mystery of what happened to Armand, and she automatically suspects Jack is up to something. Her mom.
Yeah, anyways, I stuck around a little bit because I really like listening to Hannah Wallen talk because I don't know, her stories are always fascinating to me. And I really like just listening to her talk about Dungeons and Dragons. And I always feel so bad for her because she talks about like how when she was really young, and this was like way back in the day, she would just hang out with a bunch of friends, just a co-ed group, and play Dungeons and Dragons, and you can't really do that anymore. It's one of those things, it's like, I really haven't watched them in like forever. I think the last thing I saw was like, I don't know. I don't even remember what the last thing I saw from them was. I still watch Randomer Cam though. He's going to be in my Never 7 video. Not anything original. He has a video. I gotta put this video in the thing. This is my favorite video of all time on YouTube, by the way. If you ever wanted like the greatest content you could ever find, watch this Dr. Random Cam video. Oops. I didn't want to inspect element. So, just as another aside, because I accidentally clicked inspect element, there's a guy, I forgot where, but Steve Lato talked about it, and this guy was getting sued by a governor because he clicked the inspect element button on a government website, and it was like, oh, hello, Mr. Government. I can see the social security numbers of every teacher in this state. We need to fix that ASAP. Because anyone can do this now. And if I found it by accident, I mean, someone with malicious intent could come by, and that would be pretty bad. You know, they could steal a lot of identities that way.
Either doesn't notice this at all because she's clueless, or is in on it, and I'm guessing she's in on it. So there's this fencing scene between Jack and Kate. Jack is taking it easy on her, and she gets pissed off, so she tries to stab him in the face, and he disarms her, and that pisses her off even more, and she's trying to prove to her mom that Jack is hiding something. Now, remember Armand's monogrammed candy that Kate found that I said would come up later? Well, it comes up later. Jack offers her one after being forced to apologize to Jack. So Jack just admitted to the daughter of his fiance that he murdered his uncle, or it could be nothing. I guess we'll find out. And this is probably how it's going to go down. Jack thinks he's gaming Kate's mom, but Kate's mom is really gaming Jack. Kate's mom's the head of a security company, so that's why she has access to all these magical apps that can just track anybody anywhere, which makes things very convenient for plot. I don't know why. It's not like Jack has much to offer early on. Armand said he didn't have any money, but we all know that outside of our main titular characters, all Disney men are either duplicitous, weak, incompetent.
You know what? I'd be very shocked if anyone can spot a female in a female comic book character or any female in Nerdrotic's background. Please point it out to me, because I'd be hard pressed to say that there is not one.
Evil or incompetently evil. Clinton had to send his family home, and he has 5 days until Christmas to fix this mess because he promised to be home.
Let's do it. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of blurry back there. There's a lot. Let's see. Can I up the quality anymore? I can't. Well, let me pull up this video. Because that'll be a higher quality version of it.
Pounds more than she does. There's a they were looking.
There we go. We're gonna full screen this. I see one right here, I think. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there is one. Yeah, it's... I can see Rags and Mauler over here. You know what it is? You know what it is? They are corrupting him. They are turning him evil. That's what's happening this entire time. It's very tragic. I'm really sad that I missed out on getting the Rags plush because I didn't have the cash for it at the time. I know she's back there somewhere because I remember seeing it earlier, but I don't know where. Oh, shoot.
So he tells his wife he's going to do a catch and release, and he gets himself caught on purpose by the tracksuit mafia. Kate goes to save him and fails miserably, and she ends up getting caught too. And she somehow manages to survive a 30-foot drop without a scratch. So both Clint and Kate are captured, and we heard earlier that she wants them alive, which I just assume because this is a Disney Plus series and there's no shortage of girl bosses. This brings us to the...
Oh, yeah, I see it. It is, like, right behind him.
final scene, and I don't know if I was supposed to be impressed with this or this was supposed to be ominous. They told us in the closed captioning that ominous music was playing, but all I felt was nothing. This is supposed to be Marvel Comics, the realm of the extraordinary. Instead, we have the realm of the incredibly average. This is Echo, who is basically Lady Daredevil and Bullseye mix in a little bit of Elektra. In the comics, she doesn't have the most iconic costume in the world, but it's better than this. And this rounds out every Disney Plus series having a female villain. MCU, first it was Agatha. Remember, it was Agatha all along. Then we had Freckle Jesus. Then we had female Loki. All of these female villains have been previously victimized by either unjust systems or unjust men.
Really? 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 Come on. This is just lazy at this point. It's almost too easy. It's too easy. But
I don't know how modern she is. So I'm not like in the comic book sphere.
by the way, can anyone let's play that game. Can anyone spot a female in his background? Besides, you cannot say Gina Carano, because obviously Gina Carano was going to be there. And I'm still torn on that one. No, I don't think there's a female anywhere in this. God.
Remember that cringe Taskmaster reveal in Black Widow?
No.
Well, they had something very similar happen a decade back in a comic called The New Avengers with the original Ronin when it was revealed to be Echo. And that reveal went down in my comic shop about as well as the Taskmaster reveal went down. A lot of chuckles, a lot of rolled eyes. Echo has the same powers as the Taskmaster. She can mimic movements. She is deaf and the actress has a prosthetic leg, so therefore Echo has a prosthetic leg. So everything of note in the third episode, Echoes, happens in about the first 10 minutes. After getting to know a very young Echo, we do indeed get another Ronin flashback. Now in the comics, the Kingpin killed Echo's father and then raises her. And this
He's not even saying anything.
Show, she's raised by her father, and in that flashback scene, she witnesses Ronin killing him. Now, I have to wait for the context before I judge this too harshly, but as it stands right now, I hate this. Why do I hate something that could be interesting? Well, maybe it has something to do with Disney's past record of deconstructing established male characters.
Down with the patriarchy.
Now, they present Echo's dad in this show as some sort of soulful saint who just happens to work for a criminal organization. As with most Marvel things these days, the most talked about thing about this series is a cameo, jangling keys, the possibility of the Kingpin showing up, or possibly Charlie Cox from Daredevil. I want to caution everyone, remember Mephisto, remember Jack Schaefer, the writer for WandaVision, didn't even know who he was, yet everyone was convinced he was going to show up. Yes, we did get the Quicksilver cameo, and that fell flat on its face. So when people want Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin or Charlie Cox's Daredevil in a Disney Plus series, be prepared to be disappointed, because you will never see something as good as Daredevil on Disney Plus. On Disney Plus, Vanessa will be the Kingpin. And in the third episode, we did indeed get a Kingpin cameo, his arm, and a little laugh. That was most definitely Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin. Before you get too excited, I just want to ask you one question. Do you think we're going to see the Kingpin decapitate a guy with a car door on Disney Plus? Again, Daredevil season 1 was a masterpiece because it will go places Disney will never go. Not even on Hulu. On Disney Plus, you can't even go hard PG-13.
He actually likes
See, he's just expecting this guy.
25, and no, I don't have
I still can't get over how much his microphone looks like a penis. It just won't.
I still can't get over how phallic Pop Culture 2020's penis over here looks like a microphone.
Leave my head. I don't. Ugh.
Any idea what impact Kang has on this series? Apparently, the multiverse should be unraveling right now, but maybe they haven't worked out. So Kate and Clint are being held captive by the tracksuit mafia while they wait for Echo, and I guess she made him wait all night because it was nighttime at the end of the second episode, and it's daytime at the beginning of the third episode. Clint, of course, is duct taped to a unicorn because we can't go 5 minutes without subtly or not so subtly emasculating a man on a Disney Plus show. And we're still on this Ronin costume thing, and this is starting to drag a bit because we all know Clint was Ronin, and it's all about waiting for the other characters to figure out what we already know. But we're not quite at the Clint's world closing in on a moment, which we probably should be considering we're almost halfway through the series, and we're still on the trying to convince everyone Kate is not Ronin, which is obvious. Clint tells Echo that Ronin is dead and he was killed by Black Widow, and he knows this because he was there. Echo and Kazi aren't buying it because they think the story's a little bit too convenient. After properly chastising Kate Bishop for her overconfidence, Clint finally escapes. At about the 15-minute mark at the episode, something actually happens. Clint fires his first arrow in the Hawkeye show, only after getting his ass beat by Echo. And we have a cutesy...
Oh yeah, he has a TARDIS here. There's another one here. They are all canonically female.
Fight scene in the abandoned KB Toys where people are throwing stuffed animals at each other, falling in ball pits, and fighting each other with shopping carts. And yes, people do have guns, but there's no danger of them actually shooting anybody. This is Disney Plus. And after finally seeing Hawkeye shoot some arrows in the Hawkeye show, we're off to the car chase scene that everyone's watched on YouTube. Now, Hawkeye is going deaf due to his past exploits, and his hearing aid is broken during the fight with Echo. And prior to fighting, Echo counsels him a little bit on his hearing aid, telling him to ditch it and just rely on his senses. So Clint is driving, and he can't hear Kate. She's firing off all the trick arrows, and I'm pretty sure she murdered somebody here. The car chase ends with the Avenger Clint Barton and the novice yet highly decorated collegiate athlete
Man, they
Kate
hate
Bishop
women.
jumping off a bridge.
So yeah, I'm gonna assume that he has very minimal commentary, and if I'm wrong on that, then I will return and be proven wrong. I'm gonna pull a Hassan Piker. I'm gonna go get more water, and probably take a piss. So I'll be back.
The rest of the episode is pretty much people sitting around and talking. Although on the train, Clint does indeed tell Kate she is one of the world's best archers.
You're not wrong. Call yourself one of the world's greatest archers.
Over lunch, Kate and Clint are talking. She tries to convince him that he's an inspiration, although he says he's not a role model. She once again talks about his branding problem and designs him a costume. Then Disney Marvel decides to use this as a moment to clown Hawkeye's original costume. And I hate this on so many levels. It reminds me of this.
Sorry, what was your name again? Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
Remember when superheroes wore costumes and Marvel took itself seriously? Yeah, it seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? Later on, we get a conversation between Kazi and Echo, where Kazi reminds her that she shouldn't take too much time on this person.
Honestly, I don't think them, like, in order to grow, right, one needs to be able to look inward and laugh at themselves sometimes. And I think that's what Marvel's doing with the older costumes that definitely wouldn't translate to live action. Gary, I think it's not a bad thing for them to look at it and be like, it's kind of funny. Like with WandaVision when they
let me guess.
It's not a bad thing. We know that some of those costumes just simply won't translate to live action. But to use that to paint your narrative, to paint your picture, we get it, right? We get it, Gary. We get it. I think it's not a bad thing for them to look at it and be like, it's kind of funny. Like with WandaVision when they wore them for Halloween. It's not a bad thing for them to look at it and just, right, we get it, Gary.
Old costumes. Okay.
Personal vendetta to find out who Ronin is because, of course, Ronin killed her father, and then she has to remind him who is Girl Boss.
You are.
Now that they've escaped the tracksuit mafia for what is the third or fourth time in 3 episodes, we're back to the did Jack kill his Uncle Armand thing, which is something I honestly could care less about. And after breaking into Kate's mom's flat...
Dude, Nerdrotic, Gary, no one cares about you. No one. No one.
Oh my god. Oh my god, no. It's like, listen, you never say something like nobody cares about you to anyone. Because when you say that and then something happens where no one says that what was I saying? Sorry. Blech. I need water. You don't say something like no one cares about you because when you say that to someone else, it's not going to be very sympathetic when nobody cares about you.
All you do is form an echo chamber of hate and spread it through the internet.
And look at this. He's combating hate by being very vitriolic. Like, not extremely vitriolic, but vitriolic enough. Okay, he's being pretty hateful himself. And that's the irony of this.
Oh God, it's like exhausting. Is it ever exhausting for you to wake up and think, "Oh God, how am I going to be angry today?"
He's not thinking that, I assume. I feel like this is just projection. It's like, oh God, how am I going to be angry at Nerdrotic today?
And hacking her computer. The episode ends with Jack holding a sword to cleanse.
See, when I woke up and I found this video, I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. I gotta watch this.
Throat. And if you walk away from this episode feeling like you've seen a lot of it, well, you have, especially that car chase scene, which has been out for a couple of months on YouTube. The good in this series, at least it attempts to have fun. I think Jeremy Renner's character is shown a very surprising reverence that I appreciate. I think Haley Steinfeld is charming at times and annoying at other times. And I can see why a lot of people were comparing this to a Netflix series that isn't Daredevil season 1 and 2, because it seems like it's about an hour and a half of plot stretched out over 6 episodes. The bad in this series, the entire second episode was unnecessary. That could have been dealt with in 5 minutes. Then there's all the contrived moments in the first episode. So the Avengers just left all their stuff behind after Avengers Endgame. Kate just happens upon a black market auction that's selling the Ronin sword and costume. Oh, and the costume fits. And Deus Ex dog who just happened to attack the tracksuit mafia guy right when he found the watch. Clint seeing a LARPing sticker on a fire truck leading him to the entire unnecessary LARPing scene. And the monogrammed candy. And the stories are going to get more contrived as we get these tokenized and derivative characters. And with
Wow, he called the characters derivative. Nerdrotic really fucking hates women. I've concluded he just absolutely does. That was sarcasm, by the way, because I know not everyone can understand sarcasm.
Without a doubt, this was a bait and switch. Not as bad as Loki, but a bait and switch nonetheless. The trailers made it look like it was going to be a Hawkeye show featuring Kate Bishop, not a Kate Bishop show featuring Hawkeye. Speaking of Loki, Hawkeye's Disney Plus premiere underperformed Loki's by a significant amount. Hawkeye's 2-part premiere.
Okay, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. They are using this to paint the picture that Hawkeye is a flop. Loki was arguably one of the biggest shows of 2021. Their sources on this are a stat that compared Hawkeye, the Hawkeye premiere to Loki premiere, right? But now they're calling the whole series a flop based on this. Their sources are A, themselves, and B, that stat. So it's just a constant revolving door. They play their own sources. Each other is a source. And then these small like stat companies that really don't garner exact numbers. They're more like glimpses.
The source for this is CBR. And I'm not like an expert, but I know CBR. They are as far from Nerdrotic as possible. Like, they probably hate him. Okay? Like, that's my assumption. Because I've seen a lot of articles from CBR. Let's go to their homepage. Like, I've seen garbage from them. So it's like, yeah, the problem with Loki being the biggest show of the year is that it doesn't matter. I've heard of the Loki show. I've heard of Hawkeye. I haven't watched either of them. Yeah. I've only heard one person like it. I don't know, like, I just feel like this is the problem. It's like, he's over here trying to say, like, this is just some Hugbox echo chamber, and that's all he has. And I'm just like, no. There's no Hugbox here. There's no echo chamber here. He might be friends with people like the Quartering. I know he's probably friends with Mahler. Is that a Hugbox? Be with Critical Drinker on a stream? Yeah, Squid Game has been taken over by like 2 different shows since it came out. And it's just one of those things, like, what's the most popular show at the moment? And Loki was very popular for its first episode, and then people dropped off.
Into the larger picture. So here, now he's going to try to paint this as this series as being a flop because he's went out and shitted on it for the past 25 minutes or so.
On Disney Plus underperformed compared to Loki, WandaVision, and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And since they didn't get any data from What If because it was so low.
So yeah, it performed worse than all of these other shows that Disney Plus put out. It is the lowest performing of their shows. That's what he's saying. So he's calling it a flop because of all the shows that came out on Disney Plus, it had the lowest viewership. And I know he goes into more statistics here.
Hawkeye is the lowest performing live action series for Marvel on Disney Plus, period. And I'll tell you why in just a moment. The latest viewership numbers reveal.
Samba TV tracks, now as you can really see, Samba TV is prominent here. Samba TV, which tracks viewership numbers for 3 million households in the US, right? 3 million households. And it's like Samsung TVs that have a certain feature. Again, it's not supposed to be exact. It's supposed to give you a glimpse into the larger picture, right? Because not everyone has a Samsung. Not everyone has this.
Samba TV, which tracks numbers of viewership for 3 million households, said that 1.5 million households watched the Hawkeye premiere over the first 5 days. The show dropped the first 2 episodes on the 24th. 1.3 million of the initial viewers stuck around for the second episode, meaning that... Is that like 200,000? Yeah, it's 1,500,000. So 200,000 people, well, not even people, 200,000 households dropped the show instead of just watching the, just waiting for the autoplay. And then Loki was watched by 2.5 million households across the initial 5 days in early June. So more people were interested in Loki. And that's a very big difference. You're talking like a whole extra million households watching it. And that's God knows how many people. It's going to be every one of these households is going to have 4, 5, hell, maybe a whole bunch of friends got together. Maybe a whole bunch of families got together to watch it together. Because they were all interested in it. Maybe like one of the households shares their Disney Plus account with all their friends, and they all sit together and watch it at the same time whenever they watch one of these shows. That's a thing that could happen. So there's no telling how many people are actually watching here, because it could be like per household, it could be one person. Per household, it could be up to like 20 even. It just depends on how big the household is at the time of viewing. And that's an unknown. I was wrong to say 4 earlier because it could literally just be one person.
This, not everyone has that, right? And they only survey a very minuscule number. So that's where they're...
And to this comment about EFOP not being a hug box, it's Mauler's hug box. No one disagrees with Mauler because he can kick them off the stream. No one has ever disagreed with Mauler. Prove one time that Rags disagreed with Mauler. I rest my case.
painting their picture here.
Hawkeye's premiere was the lowest performing Marvel live-action series on Disney+. Zombie TV, which tracks viewership numbers for 3 million households in the U.S., reported that Hawkeye's premiere episode brought in 1.5 million households.
So, out of those 3 million, 1.5 million watched it. There are a lot more than 3 million households in the United States. And Samba only tracks Samsung.
Across its first 5 days on Disney+. That's important wording right there. The show dropped its first 2 episodes Wednesday, November 24th, during the Thanksgiving weekend on the streaming service, and it seems 1.3 million of those initial viewers stuck around for the second outing, meaning 200,000 people dipped out when all they had to do on a holiday weekend was wait 2 seconds for the second episode to start. So why do I think Disney Plus is having performance issues and Hawkeye is underperforming? Well, it's a cumulative effect. You want to build something new, fine, but stop destroying the foundation to do it. Stop vandalizing, destroying, and degrading the established male characters. Now, I don't think that's what's happened to the character yet in Hawkeye in the first 3 episodes, while they're still...
Speaking of, I really want to know what happened. I really want to know what happened to Wolf these days, and I wonder if like he'll ever come back. Because I think that'd be fun to have him come back now. Like I would really just like him to be on like one of the movie watching things. Just the EFAP movies. That'd be a lot of fun.
great potential for that to happen. I do think his role's been diminished. I do think this is a bait and switch, but I also think the show might be suffering from what came before in WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki. And this is all deliberate. Kevin Feige said so back in 2018. Marvel boss wants more female than male heroes in the MCU.
Oh my god. Guys, do you know who published this article? Do me a favor. Look into this article and tell me why it is he brought up this article specifically. That's your homework. Let me know for next.
Okay. We'll look up this article right now. This is an article from MovieWeb. They're followed by Red Letter Media. Do they follow Nerdrotic? Nerdrotic's not showing up in their follow list. I'm scrolling down as fast as I can. Yeah, they don't even follow Nerdrotic, so I have no clue. Who's Trevor? So, yeah, here we go. Oh, fuck. There we go. This is the article that he's complaining about. Is MovieWeb affiliated with Nerdrotic somehow? I don't know. Could be. It's not clear, though. Why do I have this in my wish list? Oh, yeah, that was a good one. I remember. This is a track. I don't know why that's there. It just is. Oh, well.
Next episode. Again, echo chamber.
Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has stated that his plans for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe will mix things up for their roster of heroes. In his future plans, Feige has revealed that the number of female superheroes will soon outnumber the male superheroes, which will be an enormous change, most likely for the better.
Very taken out of context,
Most likely for the better.
very misworded, and very misguided.
And how's that working out for you now, Kevin? You can throw in all the girl bosses and heroes you want. You still need to tell a good story. And quantity doesn't necessarily translate into quality. Just look at the last year for Marvel. And if you had so much faith in the female characters, why did you have to resort to the bait and switch with Loki and now with Hawkeye? So we're 3 episodes in, and we're halfway through
What
this.
is he talking about with Loki?
I know what he's talking about with Loki, and I haven't even seen the show. They introduced like a woman in the middle of it that's like a different version of Loki or something. And then it becomes her story, I guess. That's what I've heard.
What the fuck? What was bait and switched? Dude, it was a Loki show. Just because there was a female Loki in it? Is that what he's referring to? Like, this guy is so stupid.
Series, and while there's some
People in glass houses should not throw stones.
Interesting elements. It's still
I already know I'm stupid. So you can't hurt me.
feels like we're stuck in the mud, but I'll be back once it's all over to review the Kate Bishop Show, guest starring Hawkeye. If you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like what you heard, I thank you for listening this long. I will see you in the next video.
Nerdrotic.com. Dude, Nerdrotic.com.
Yeah, it's like, but yeah, I like it. Like, I wonder if he even gets like the play on words with Nerdrotic, because I got it as soon as I like read the name. It's in case you don't know, there's a word called neurotic, and Nerdrotic is like, I'm a nerd and I'm neurotic. Haha, isn't that funny?
.com is not a legitimate website, by the way. It's a trash website. Don't ever use nerdrotic.com to get your nerd news.
No, you didn't.
Please do that.
You mentioned them earlier.
Clearly, what we're seeing here is basically Gary painting a picture using data from Samba TV, which only tracks 3 million households.
I know.
Only tracks Samsung TVs with a certain
But you can see why he's talking about Nerdrotic. Okay, look at this. This is the view count on the Nerdrotic video. Like I'm half tempted to just believe this guy's trolling, but the fact that he talked to Matt Jarbo tells me otherwise. But anyways, that's why I think he talks about hateful channels. This is the views on his combating hate video. Here's his other video about hate channels. And then his video from yesterday about Sanic. Oh, you just noticed the top one. I see.
Something in it. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but he's using that plus his own echo chamber of these.
And by the way, I know what's going on in the stream. They have Joe Neerman on this stream, and I really want to watch it because Joe Neerman has been covering the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, and he's been basically explaining like there's so much going on in there that you just can't get from transcripts. Because you could get a transcript that talks about how there's this witness on the stand. She's going by a pseudonym, and they're asking her these things about like being abused as a child, and they're asking like when it happened and all these, and it sounds awful just from reading the transcript. And then the prosecution also goes after her on it. And when you read the transcript, it's like, oh no, this person just doesn't know anything. She doesn't know anything about it. She probably made this story up. That's what it sounds like from the transcript. But Joe's over here, Mr. Neerman, and he's like, this woman is on the stand, and as the prosecution's asking her things like, were you abused when you were 13 years old? And she says yes. They ask what year was it, and she's screaming at them, just breaking down. She's mentally anguished, saying, I don't know. And it's like a very like serious, very like sad moment that's probably working really well for the jury. But when you're just reading the transcript, you're like, she doesn't know. Well, that's not good. And then there's another one where the defense asked this guy a yes or no question, and he started rambling on and on and on. And the sir. And so there's like been a misinterpretation of that by some people where there's like, oh wow, this defense attorney is just being like super rude, where he's just demanding to be called sir and stuff like that. But the actual in context thing is the defense attorney's just saying, answer me yes, sir, referring to the person on the witness stand. It's just very cool, like listening to Joe talk about it. It's been fascinating.
PC flops, right? Like it's all just a big revolving door of negativity and hate, and nothing's good enough, especially when it comes.
But he said it was all right. He said it wasn't great. and he just wishes it was better. And he likes other things.
To Marvel, especially when it comes to females. If there's a female in it and they're even remotely a lead, they're going to trash it. And that's what we need to start observing for these guys. They hate females, they hate diversity, and they hate inclusion. That's plain and simple. That's what it is. They dislike everything about representation.
That's what it is, surely. It's just the diversity and inclusion. They just don't want strong female characters.
It can be even mentioned. It can't even like the reference in Hawkeye, right? Is such a blink and you'll miss it kind of thing. With the bombshell referring to, oh, my wife got me this. Such a minuscule thing. Yet they blew that out of proportion. Most people didn't even really hear it. You know why? It's because we're normal people and we don't look for these things. Like, it doesn't matter who this woman's.
I think you are included in the let you into what exactly? Yeah. Let's see. I'm including people that oh yeah, everyone's allowed. I like the first video on my channel here. This one. My first oh, thanks for the subscription. But the first video on this channel is just basically going to be like me telling people like everyone's welcome. You don't have to like my content. And you can give me feedback. Ethereal. But yeah, it's like my first video on that channel is just going to basically be, hey, we're gonna bring that reference back. I think I don't think it's that they don't talk to anyone anymore. It's just I don't think they did that. I really think it's the thing that happened to me. It's just I got busy. I don't talk to people in Discord at all. Like, I really feel bad for Facsimile because I've wanted to talk to her for a while. And I'm just like, oh, hi. I don't have anything to talk about with you. I should watch Wheel of Time just so I have something to talk with her about.
Wife is. It doesn't matter if it's a wife or a husband, right? Because that doesn't do anything to the character. The character is still the character. If it doesn't change anything in the development or the arc, why do you let it take up so much space in your head? It blows my mind. It blows my mind. And you're never going to enjoy anything if you act like this. Like if you think like this, you're never going to enjoy anything. You're going to always be looking for something to spew out and hate on. I couldn't even imagine living like this guy or Geeks and Gamers or Doom Idiot, Doom Cuck. It disgusts me. It really does. It disgusts me. All right, guys, that was another episode of Combating Hate. Guys, remember, always love each other, respect each other. It doesn't matter if you're blue, black, white, green, if you're Thanos, if you're Dark Side, doesn't matter.
Do you really want Thanos in your community? I mean, he's literally a geneticist. He's more willing to have the eugenicist on his side than Nerdrotic. Kind of suspicious, if you ask me.
Right? If you're Gamora, doesn't matter. Nebula, you can be blue or green, doesn't matter. We're all one people. And fandom is a thing because it's a community of people that share the same love for something. These guys, they don't know what fandom means. They're not a part of fandom. No, because they don't want to be in a community of people that love.
They don't want to be a part of the community. They don't want. Oh my god. Doesn't matter if you're just balls. Let me pull this up real quick. This is what he thinks Nerdrotic is. This is Nerdrotic. Nerdrotic's the guy telling you to quit having fun. That's what he sees. But that's not the case. It's like Nerdrotic is just giving his opinion on things. He's not telling you you have to stop watching the thing. He's not telling you that you have to dislike the thing. He's just saying that he doesn't like it. And you're taking this dislike of a thing, this want for it to be better, and you're extrapolating hatred from it. And it's just it's just gross.
Something. They want to form, it's almost anti-fandom is what they do. They want to get people riled up, angry. And that's not what fandom is. That's not what it's about. You know, I don't hate you if you watch these guys, if you enjoy them. But remember, at the end of the day, they don't know what they're talking about. They're in it for your money. And that's it. That's it. Guys, make sure to like this video.
They're in it for your money. Remember that. That's all they want from me. That is so sad. That's so sad. Oh my god.
Shared across social media so we can combat hate together. God, it's like exhausting. Honestly, it's exhausting talking about these idiots. Follow us on all social media platforms. All the links are in the description below. And you can
He really is fighting the good fight, though.
become a member. First low is $2.99 a month.
It's like, oh man, all they want is your money. By the way, give me lots of money. Hang on. No, he should give your money to.
Give me lots of money in exchange for a funny t-shirt you can wear anywhere in Spain and Spain. Spend all your hard-earned money at MSG 420 for some dumb t-shirts you can wear anywhere, anyway. Never take it off and wear it every day.
There we go. Plug MK Ultra support group. Ooh. Which shirt should I get from them? I want to get a shirt from them just to wear it around. I honestly think I would get this one. That's the back design. Nice. Let's see. Or it's the pill shirt. That could be fun. And then you can go to their band camp. Is it where we help make a video game? The Sush support group?
And help us out. Help us out because you know, we don't spread hate. And we like to like things, and we like to promote things. So if you like to help, if you like to like things, if you like to help things and promote them, and just have conversations.
If you like to like things, give me money. But just remember, these people that hate everything, they only want your money.
Conversations about the fairy tale creatures and made up characters that we enjoy. Then yeah, become a member. All right, help us out. You can also send a super chat if we're live, guys. We do it for you, and we do it for the culture.
For the culture. Oh, look at his end credits. Look at how well produced this is. It's so well produced. By the way, just look at all these comments. Everyone's like, oh my god, it's so insufferable. Oh my god, it's so horrible. This guy is so terrible. Haley Seinfeld, haha. I can't stand Nerdrotic. I'm surprised he likes something too. All I hear from him is constant complaining. I love it. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but two of them are from him. So, who knows? Maybe he has a team. So anyways, we can go here. This could be the next one. We could just like see, that was just his most recent video, and you can just see like I'm starting to see why he talks about these people. Because like, oh wow, that's a lot more views than 50. That's like 4 times as many views. And then he was combating hate here. No, it's not. It's only 2 a.m. I'm not keeping you here. You can go to bed whenever you want. I just stream into the void all the time. I also have a bad sleep schedule because... Oh, wait. Your links aren't popping up. That's weird. Here's what I'll do. Now you can post a link. Post the link again, Sush. You and Vari now have wrenches. Yes, you are. It lets you post links, I think. Because the links you posted aren't even popping up. Well, he only has power because he was here. He was here for a lot of the streams. He was here for the Life is Strange streams. Let's see. Wait, what is it? What was the copy paste though? That's weird. Let me show you what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. This is what I can see. It's like that's here, live. Just to verify. Like it's not showing up at all. You might just have to post it to Discord. That's weird. Yeah, I know, but I mean, if it replays properly, then it'll be understandable. Because it should have a replay window. And I've set it to replay, so let me make sure that's on. Yeah, I have live chat and live chat replay, so should be good. Should be fine. Store chat. Where do OBS go? That is a good flag. I like that flag. Everyone gets head pats in the support group. Let's see. Back to where we were. The only thing I know about Geeks and Gamers, by the way, is I know that I know that like wasn't I believe. Yeah, someone has the clip. It's like a minute long.
He is the one, the only.
There he is. Hey guys, how you doing? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Just a quick thing before we get started. I know that on our donation page, we still have the Geeks and Gamers logo. I just want to say that I really we talked about this, and we're really not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers as far as I'm concerned, and I really just want to make that clear. And I also want to just say, in light of recent events, I think we really, if Justice League teaches us anything, it's about coming together, and there's no room for hate. And I just think that it's important. It's an important message, and of course, as
That's what I remember. It's like he came on. I was like, I'm not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers. Oh my god. It just depends on the song, honestly. And I've dealt with enough of it. Like, every one of my Never 7 videos has a copyright claim on it because I know, right? What a bunch of fascists. This one's an hour and 14 minutes long.
And then the subsequent debate was pretty funny. But we'll talk about that. I also have some updates on Daredevil, the series that's been being talked about and trending on Twitter. And is it a hoax? Is it?
I should. It's like let's just let's see.
To lie
Agreed
about the industry.
See if there's like I have no clue what the debate is about or anything. I know him. It's like, the beard wasn't enough. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's like let's see. I don't really have much else. So I'm gonna figure out the way I should finish this. I'll finish this by putting up some text. There we go. And that should be the finale. I just have to get this set up correctly. All right. Don't forget to give Sush Hat pats. Thank you for listening to this stream. Have a wonderful night. Oh no, it's Shia LaBeouf. I was expecting the applause at the end. I didn't know that was there. Thank you, Sush.